You're over 35, you train, but you wake up sore as hell, and recovery takes all week. Sleep is trash, and there's a spare tire on your waist that won't go away, no matter what you do. That's your growth hormone. It's been dropping since your 20s, and by your 40s, it's basically on life support. Now, most guys hear growth hormone, and their brain goes straight to synthetic HGH, and that's the wrong instinct, because synthetic HGH replaces your natural production, which makes your pituitary go to sleep. You're not fixing anything, you're just slapping a Band-Aid on it. CJC-1295 and Ipamorelin work differently. They tell your body to crank its own GH machine back up. And your pituitary is like a light switch that's been slowly dimming for 20 years. Synthetic HGH, it doesn't fix it. It basically brings in a generator. And that's not a long-term solution. But these peptides, they come in and turn the power back on. First, let's talk about CJC-1295. So your body makes a hormone called GHRH. And its job is to tell your pituitary to release GH. But the problem is that signal gets weak with age. So CJC mimics GHRH and holds the signal open. It's not a blast, it's steady. It's hours of sustained signal instead of a quick pulse that fades. So if GH release is like opening a door, CJC is the doorstop. It keeps the thing propped open. This is the compound doing the background work: protein synthesis, tissue repair, setting up the environment for muscle to actually stick around. You don't feel CJC working, but it's the reason everything else works better. Now, the second one is Ipamorelin. So if CJC is the doorstop, then Ipamorelin is what walks through the door. It triggers a hard, clean GH pulse. It does it right now. There's no BS, and all you get are results, which is different from some of the older peptides in this class. The ones that came with all that baggage, like GHRP6, makes you want to eat your entire refrigerator. GHPR2 jacks up your cortisol and prolactin. Ipamorelin doesn't touch any of that. It's selective. It hits one receptor, ignores the rest. Clean signal, clean pulse, then it's gone in about 2 hours. This is what drives fat loss. This is what sends you into that deep restorative sleep. You take it at night and your body does all the work while you're unconscious, because CJC and Ipamorelin, they hit two separate pathways that both end at the same place, which is more growth hormone. Let's do a car analogy. CJC is steady pressure on the gas pedal. Ipamorelin is like taking your foot off the brake at the same time. You do one without the other and you're leaving power on the table. But you do both and your GH pulse is 3 to 5 times bigger than either one would be alone. They multiply. They don't add. This isn't pre-workout. Nothing kicks in. First couple of weeks, your sleep goes deep. Then that creaky, beat up feeling in the morning, it starts to fade. And by week 3 or 4, your head is clearer, your skin looks better, and the gap in between those hard workouts shrinks. Then 6 to 12 weeks is where the mirror changes. Fat starts peeling off, especially around the gut. Muscle stays on even if you're dieting. You want to take it at nighttime. Empty stomach, subcutaneous shot to the belly. It's a little tiny needle. You don't even feel it. Your body's natural GH pulse happens during sleep anyway. You're just giving it a better signal at the right moment. And why on an empty stomach? Because insulin kills GH response. If you eat before bed, you just wasted the dose. 5 days on, 2 days off. It keeps your receptors responsive. It gets cycled every couple of months. You come off for a couple of months, you go back on for a couple. Your body needs the break. Now, don't buy research chemicals off the internet. Get it prescribed by a doctor, and one of them that runs your blood work first. If you have active cancer or a history of it, then this isn't for you, because these compounds tell cells to grow, and you certainly don't want to send that message to the wrong cells. But when it's dosed and sourced correctly, the sides are usually mild. Maybe a little water retention, maybe a warm flush after injecting. Some people get a light headache or tingling in their hands. Most people don't get any of this. So the bottom line, synthetic HGH shuts your system down. CJC and Ipamorelin, they wake it back up. CJC keeps the door open. Ipamorelin walks through. Together, they produce a bigger, cleaner GH pulse than your body's made in decades. You're not replacing anything. You're restoring what age took. So if you're doing everything right and the results just aren't showing up, talk to a doctor who knows peptides at a place like, My Hormone Clinic, Viking. Definitely don't talk to your family doctor. He's going to sit there and pull up Google while you wait. These two compounds, if run correctly, might be the very thing that gets you unstuck from where you are. Because getting old is inevitable, but feeling old and looking old, that's a choice.